We'll jump into what our starting 11 now for the Belgium game on Saturday. Like little emojis. That's hope he's just your man face. Yeah. I was thinking, right? We should. It's gonna be. Sorry, far away.
Oh, go on. Yeah.
I was thinking it's gonna be a 5-3-2, isn't it? So 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, 2 forwards. Is that what is it?
No, I have a 3-4-3. Yeah, it could be either. Like
it's kind of a different variation of the same kind of thing. Yeah. Like if you get what I mean, like if I pull this up, it's going to be people from the defenders being in the back on the wing backs. Do you know what I mean?
So the last
like a back 5.
Well, the last 5 games he played 3-4-3, 5-4-1, 3-4-3, 3-4-3.
Yeah. I'm just saying the 3-4-3 is in like wing backs are part of the 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's going to be like Doherty and McLean or whoever it is. So say 3. Okay, yeah. So is he going to play 3 attackers? Do you think then?
I think so. Yeah, I think
against Belgium you could go 3 central midfielders just to kind of because we're not going to have much of the ball. Maybe just on the. I don't know. What do you think? We'll go with a vote system for trying to agree on a team. Maybe we'll go for 3 attackers.
I don't think. Like, I'll get this up again. Like, I don't think we. Against Portugal we played the 3-4-3. Against Serbia, it was a 3-4-3. I don't get the feeling he's a manager that, like, obviously you set up with your opposition in mind, but you don't want to change what you're doing and change the whole system. It's just my opinion. Like, and halfway through, if it's not working, you might switch to like 3 central midfielders. But I prepared a 3-4-3 here, but it's like subjective.
Yeah, 3-4-3, and then like a 5-2-3 are very similar when you lose the ball, and when you have possession, it goes into a 3-4-3. When you lose possession, it's like a 5-2-3. If you get me.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like Chelsea.
Yeah. Like Chelsea,
it's been Chelsea under Tuchel. Like when you're attacking, you're pretty much a front 5. When you're defending, you're back 5. Like, just depends on the pace of your wing backs.
Grant. So we'll try and pick this team anyway. That's keepers wise. I'd be in the Bazunu camp. What would you be saying?
Yeah, same here.
Bazunu as well.
Nice to agree on something. We'll see how we get on the rest of this now, but nice to agree on something.
See, I feel like Kenny's going to treat this as if it's going to be like a qualifier. It's a sell-out. So, he's going to treat it as if it is, and there's not going to be much experimented, I don't think so.
And he's out to get Anthony Barry. If Anthony Barry is near the dugout, he's serious
personal agendas.
It's kind of funny how the first game is against Ireland.
Yeah, it's so funny, isn't it, the way it worked out? All right, we'll go for the back 3 then. So the 3 centre backs. I'd be inclined to think he's going to slide Coleman into the back 3 alongside Duffy and Egan, is what I would think.
I'd agree with that.
No, I had O'Shea instead of Coleman.
I would think O'Shea as well. Yeah, it's just
has O'Shea played much since the injury?
Yeah, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. That's the only thing I'd be concerned about.
Fair enough. It all depends on the fitness. So I think if he is fit to start, I'd like him to start, and I think he'll start. But he could just as well put O'Shea in, or Nathan Collins, who did come on against Qatar, I think last year. So we'll just have to wait and see. I think if O'Shea is fit, he'll play.
I think it's just with keeping in mind Kenny kind of saying he's not gonna change it up too much or whatever. I think he does like Coleman. You're just I think this could do Coleman the world of good as well, getting out of that kind of Everton environment and kind of coming into a fresh environment where he's the leader in the dressing room and kind of just fret. I think this could be the best thing that happens to Coleman now. I think he needs a break from that pressure, and I think he'll just slide into that back 3. But we're going on a vote system, so we'll go with Coleman. But O'Shea definitely next in line, or definitely kind of on par. It's be interesting to see. I think only thing about O'Shea is that I was thinking in my head was the kind of injury concern there, just in terms of how fit he's going to be. But I think, Duffy and Egan definitely nailed on it, we'd imagine anyway. But, it's just that third centre-half spot. Then in terms of the wing-backs, lads, I'd be going Doherty and McLean myself.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see it changing much.
who's unless you could put if O'Shea went in there, you could slide Coleman into wing back. I don't think he has the legs for it anymore, though, to be honest. And then Manning is the only other option on the left, possibly. So I think
He might
Doherty
switch it up with Manning, like put him like nurture one of them into it. So he might.
He'll probably do
So
that
I
versus
go
Lithuania.
for
I
Ryan
can see
Manning
that.
the one.
I think Manning and
go
McLean
for-
play
go
one
for
game each,
contact.
probably, or whatever.
Disappointing to have Eddie
Yeah.
Stevens injured as well.
Yeah. No, it is a shame. I think he could be. What age is he now? 32, 33-ish, is he?
32, 33. Yeah, he's getting on.
Yeah, he's been on. He's been around ages, so I'd say he's kind of coming to the end of his career now. But yeah, definitely would have been a great option if he was available. So we're going for a midfield two central midfielders. I think we can all agree Josh Cullen. Anyway, first of all,
nailed on. Yeah.
nailed on. Does anyone want to go ahead and say somebody else? Because I'm actually no idea, to be honest.
See, Jason Malumbi's kind of similar to Josh Cullen, that he's not as creative as him and so on.
I hate to say it, I think he might go for Hendrick. Like, fuck's sake.
Has Conor Hurahan been playing week in, week out though?
Yeah,
he played 90 minutes there last weekend.
Yeah.
Kind of half and half. Like had a good run of extended games, but like I think he's been on the bench for half the season here.
I think he could opt for either Horahan or Hendrick just for that little bit of experience over your Malumbis and your Knights.
Yeah, sorry, Horahan, 23 games and he's been on the 23 starts and he's been on the bench for like 10.
Who's he with now again?
Not too bad. Sheffield on loan.
Oh yeah.
And the other bit of news.
Josh Cullen and Conor Hurahan, I go with that.
Hurahan's other bit of news from the presser was that he'll leave Villa in the summer. His contract's up anyway, but yeah, he said there'll be no renewal. I had Jason Knight beside Cullen. 31 games in the championship this year. Since their 6th game this season in the championship, he's only missed 2, and he's played 16. Yeah, he's played 23 consecutive games for Derby there coming into this international camp.
It's not like he's had much competition, in fairness, though. Slim pickings at Derby. Like,
I think
I'm not saying that he's a bad player, but I'm saying like he'd probably be playing anyway. But I'm saying like it's not like Horahan would have much more competition at Sheffield or whatever. As well.
Yeah.
To bear in mind a little bit as well.
Yeah. Then it comes down, do you pick the player on like form or I don't know experience? But I really like Knight.
No, he's brilliant. Yeah,
I think he could do really well on Saturday. I suppose a big trick and what will be key for Ireland is just who complements Cullen the best, like finding who can play with him the best. Like, and I keep going back to Chelsea, but it's the same system. Like we have a player like it's kind of like Cullen is the Jorginho who always kind of holds back a bit, would never kind of get forward much, and then who is the player that can play beside him, get forward, safe in the knowledge that like Josh Cullen is holding the fort back. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Jason Knight, but I think that's a big task for Kenny to figure out who is best suited to play alongside him.
Definitely. Liam, who do you think?
I think Socko's convinced me here. I think Jason Knight and Cullen, because that's really will be the future midfield pairing. I think personally, but it's going to be a massive game regardless. I know that the likes of Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne aren't playing for Belgium. But,
I don't know.
No, they're not in the squad.
What really? Yeah.
It's like Yuri Tielemans and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah. Any player with over 50 caps was not included. He's saving them for June.
Is that Martinez still? Is it?
Yeah.
Absolute maverick, that fella.
He's still going.
What's that like? That's a mental rule. Over 50 caps, like.
I think I have the quotes from here just briefly.
Seems a bit, doesn't it? It just seems a little bit. Unless they're
We-
requested-
If you look at it, if you do look at it from Chelsea and Man City's point of view, they've had a lot of games. Like I think Chelsea and City have had the most games out of the European, like out of English clubs. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So they obviously want to rest them big players with the remaining games and cup finals and semi-finals that they all have. So
Eden Hazard,
just-
he's also, I think he might be injured at the moment anyway, is he? But he's definitely over 50 caps, I'd say.
Yeah, Martinez here last week. We hatched a plan a long time ago to only call up players with less than 50 caps. So I'm not going to change that now. The past 2 years have been very taxing on the players due to the busy program. We know we're playing World Cup at the end of this year. It's crucial the experienced players are both mentally and physically fresh by then. So there you go. Yeah, it was really not to go on about it, but it was really interesting. Kenny was asked about it this weekend, like his thoughts on like the big names being left at home, and he said, Kenny said, we're missing Adam Ida, Ombamidele, and Stevens, who are frontline players for us. I think they have the same impact for us as like your Lukaku or your Hazard would be with them. Yeah, I thought I thought it was a great answer. Like,
yeah, it's a good answer.
yeah, like not focusing on the players they have, but the players we're missing. Like
yeah. It's funny though, isn't it? Like Adam Ida compared to Kevin De Bruyne. But yeah, you can understand it to a degree, I suppose, if you're missing players that are going to be starting for us, I suppose, as well. But yeah, it's funny to. That's a serious no doubt.
From a Belgian point of view, they're not really worried. I think De Bruyne will be just fine in time for the World Cup anyway, so they're not really too worried about him or Lukaku.
Yeah, no, fact. And yeah, like for us, like even they're going to have unbelievable players. Like, but you meant Doku is it coming through? Like players like that, like they're outrageous. Yeah,
Torgan Hazard.
So yeah, it's gonna be a very, very difficult night. But yeah, no, definitely looking forward to it. We'll go. So yeah, sorry, this midfield. So you went for Knight and Cullen as well, Liam. I don't think he'll go for Knight and Cullen. I think he'll go for someone a little bit more experienced for this game in particular. I'll go. I think it'll be Hendrick, just so Knight wins for all of us. But I think he might go for Hendrick or Horan. Because as you're saying, Socko, people that are kind of building up that midfield relationships and stuff. And in fairness to Hendrick, in their last qualifiers, he actually did do quite well alongside.
There's two man the match performances. Yeah, it was excellent.
Yeah. So maybe just that's still kind of fresh in Kenny's mind, and I think he might just opt for Hendrick for that fixture. But yeah, definitely the future is definitely Cullen and Knight. And then finally, front three. So we're looking at the likes of Robinson, Parrott, Will Keane, Scott Hogan, Chidozie Ogbene, and Connor Ronan. I think he'll go for Robinson, Ogbene, and Parrott, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I have here.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
I'd like to see Connor Ronan, but I think it'll just be too early. I think he'll play the Lithuania game, definitely, but I just think Robinson, Ogbene, and Parrott is really the no-brainer, given the few of them have played. Parrott's coming back into form as well, which is good to see. So you can't really argue with that front three.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of where they're going to actually line up. So, because I know Parrott's been playing out on the right, I think, for MK Dons. I wonder if he'll play through the centre for Ireland, or Robinson will play through this. Ogbene probably on the left. It's gonna be it's a kind of maybe it's quite a fluid tree as well.
Possibly,
Robinson's usually played centre for us, hasn't he? He's more the centre man, Robinson, and he kind of the way he plays. He can play on the wing, but he likes to switch to playing whatnot an awful lot. And yeah, he'll probably stay. I reckon he'll stick Robinson in the centre, and then.
Yeah, it was against Azerbaijan last September that he had Connolly on the left and Parrott on the right, and it didn't work as good as he hoped. If you remember, we had like 2 or 3 massive chances in the first 10 minutes. Like should have been 2-0 up, but he told Connolly and Parrott to like switch every now and then, and like it didn't work great, but it's an idea of what is possible. So I for example, I just have Robinson now on the left. Parrott up top and Ogbene on the right. I think Ogbene played on the right against Luxembourg in the last game of last year. Just about it could be fluid, as you say. Troy could drop deep as well. But I think the player I'm most excited to see this year is Chidoze. Like, he was lightning the last few games of last year. Obviously, like, scoring versus Azerbaijan away and then scoring versus Luxembourg. I think, and Kenny was saying last week that he offers Ireland a type of player that they haven't had for years, like lightning quick pace, like really good in front of goal. Like that goal he scored last week, the kind of pass into the net that he kind of didn't mean, I thought was quality as well. I'm really buzzing to see him this year.
Yeah, no, 100%. Would you agree, Liam, kind of a fluid system between the three, or would you have them in a set kind of?
No, I'd have a fluid, to be honest, because it changed kind of the perspective from the defender then as well, because they're not getting the same kind of runs, everything like that. So definitely fluid.
Yeah. And I was about to say, like, I can't wait to see Benny up against Vermaelen and Vertonghen, but they're definitely way over 50 caps, so who knows what defenders going to be playing. Haven't a clue. But yeah, so the Yellow Eye Fan TV official prediction for starting 11 prediction for the game against Belgium. We've gone Bazunu in goal, a back three of Coleman, Duffy, and Egan. Wingbacks Doherty and McLean, midfield two of Cullen and Knight, and a front three of Robinson, Parrott, and Ogbenny.